Good morning, boys and girls, and welcome to your math class. So today, boys and girls, we're starting a new lesson, and this is called comparing three-digit numbers. Okay, so we're going to get started with some vocabulary. Okay, so we have less than, and here is a sign, greater than, and here's a sign, and equal to, and here is a sign. You will use these phrases as you compare two and three-digit numbers, and what I want you to do is picture that this is an alligator's mouth, wide open, and it's always going to eat the bigger number. Ready? Eat the bigger number. So, to help you out, we can even draw some teeth. So it looks like an alligator's mouth. And what are you going to do? You're going to eat the bigger number. Okay, and as we practice, this will become more clear. Okay, so for instance, before we start comparing, we need to make sure that we know our place values, okay? So for 34, so before we get started, you should make a chart like this one, ones, tens, and hundreds. Today we are going to be working together, and you're just going to pause me when you're writing your own answer, and then you can unpause me to check if you were correct or not. So today we're working together. Okay, so once you have your chart written like this, we can begin. These are the four numbers we're going to start with, just to practice that we know our place values. Very important that you know your place value before you try to compare numbers. Okay, so 34 is only two digits. So you never start at the hundreds for two digits. You always start at the tens, okay? So 3 represents 30, and 4 represents 4. And you have 34. Okay, so the next number is 25. Pause me, fill out your answers, and then unpause me to check that you are correct. 25, again, two-digit numbers, you always start in the tens place, not the hundreds place. This blank area will always mean that they have 0 hundredths, okay? So 25, we would put 2 in the tens place, 2 represents 20, and 5 in the ones place, representing 5. Okay, now we're going to get a little bit of a challenge for you. Okay, we have two numbers that are three digits. Okay, 283. Well, now we can start in the hundredths place. I'm going to put 2 hundredths, 8 tens, and 3 ones. Okay, now the last one, 169. You can pause me and fill out your chart with 169, then unpause me to make sure that you were correct. And 169, you start in the hundreds place because it's a three-digit number. So it's 100, 6 tens, representing 60, and 9 ones representing 9, okay? So once you are comfortable with your place value, then you can move on to comparing them. Okay, so now we are going to compare numbers, okay? Now we have 89 is greater than or less than 152. And then 152 is greater than or less than 89. The key to getting this right, boys and girls, is you always have to make sure the sentence makes sense. So first you decide, is 89 less than or greater than 152? Okay, well, let's look. Right here, there's no hundredths place, so that would be almost like a 0 there. But then 152, it has a 1 in the hundredths place. So the key to knowing when you are comparing a two-digit number to a three-digit number is that a three-digit number is always greater than a two-digit number. Why? Because they will always have 1 or a higher number in the hundredths place, and a two-digit number would always be considered having a 0 in the hundredths place, and 1 or higher is always bigger than 0. Okay, but now we have to put in the right symbols. So 89, we want to say is less than 152. Well, what if I forgot how to make a less than sign? Here is an easy way. Remember those alligator teeth we made? Well, now is the time to use them, okay? Because the alligator always eats the bigger number, okay? So we just said 152 is bigger than 89. So the alligator is going to eat the bigger number. See, his mouth is wide open. He's ready to eat 152. Eat 152. Okay? Once again, you always eat the bigger number. So this open part where the mouth is, you should always be facing the bigger number. I will show you in the next one. Now we're dealing with the same two numbers. 152, we want to say, is greater than 89. So what we're going to do is eat the bigger number. And of course, that's 152. So the open part is facing the bigger number because it's going to eat 152. Okay? So this says 152 is greater than 89. Okay? Same two numbers, but it's different when you have 89 on the left side or the right side. Okay, you have to change the sign. And the way you change the sign is you always remember your sentence has to make sense. So 152 is greater than 89 because this open part is like the alligator's mouth and it's going to eat the bigger number. Okay, I know I'm repeating myself, but I just want to make it clear how to use these signs, okay? So now, our last problem of the day, we have Victor rolls 3 cubes. He rolls a 3, a 4, and a 5. Sarah rolls 2 cubes, a 2, and a 6. Who can make the greater number? Okay, so boys and girls, we want to know who can make the bigger number. So pause me and talk about it. Maybe you have a parent or a sibling by you, or just figure it out on your own. Which Victor or Sarah, which one would have the bigger number? Okay, so you should have said that Victor can make the bigger number. Why? Again, 3-digit numbers are always greater than 2-digit numbers, okay? Now, Sarah can make a 26 or a 62 with those 2 rolls, with her 2 cubes, which are both less than 100. Victor can make 3-digit numbers. His numbers are all greater than 100. Okay, a 3, a 4, and a 5 are all greater than a 100. So right away you would know that Victor can make greater numbers. Okay, and if we write 300, if we just use what we see right now, 345 is greater than or less than 26. Greater than or less than. This is our last problem. So pause me and put in your less than or greater sign, and then unpause me to make sure that you are correct. So boys and girls, 345 is greater than 26. So we want that alligator to eat 345. So the open part of the alligator's mouth has to eat 145. So this is your greater than sign. The open part is the mouth of the alligator and it has to eat the bigger number. And then you read 345 is greater than 26. Now today, that's all you have to do. We work together today. So there's nothing to hand in today. You just had to do your work with me. Then on Friday, I will give you an assignment that will help you practice the comparing of 2 and 3-digit numbers, okay? Have a great day, and I will see you for math on Friday. Bye-bye.